Welcome to InstaLegal. Question for today's discussion is, what are inheritance rights of a Hindu widow? Under the Hindu Succession Act, there is Section 6, which provides general rules of succession in the case of males. This section provides that upon the death of a Hindu male dying intestate, the properties shall devolve firstly on the heirs as specified in Class 1 of the schedule. Now, as per Class 1 of the schedule, a widow is stated as a legal heir and hence she has a right in the property of the husband if he has died intestate. The other legal heirs as provided under Class 1 of the schedule, if alive, will get equal share as that of the widow. Now, this particularly applies to the rights of a widow in the self-acquired properties of the husband who has died intestate. Now, what happens if the widow is of a young age and she wants to get remarried? In such circumstances, what are her rights? Let us understand. So, the rights after remarriage under Section 2 of Hindu Widows Remarriage Act, though this act has been repealed, it had provided at that point of time that on remarriage, a widow shall seize the rights and interest in the deceased husband's property on remarriage. However, after the Hindu Succession Act 1956 was enacted, the widow doesn't lose her right for receiving share from the husband's property who is deceased. Now, the remarriage doesn't affect it, and the change in the marital status will not matter. In the entire Hindu Succession Act 1956, there is no provision which would divest a Hindu widow from inheriting the property of a deceased husband on the pretext of on any ground whatsoever. Now, there was a case before the Honorable Supreme Court where the Hindu Widow Remarriage Act was considered along with the Hindu Succession Act 1956 provisions. Now, the Supreme Court held in this case, that is Chirote Sugathan versus Chirote Bharati and others. This is a case of 2008. The Supreme Court held that the subsequent remarriage will not divest her of property in view of sections 24 and 14 of the Hindu Succession Act. The Hindu Succession Act overrides provisions of 1856 Hindu Widows Remarriage Act, and Section 8 of the Hindu Succession Act permits the widow of Hindu female to inherit simultaneously with the son, daughter and other heirs. Hence, irrespective whether a widow remarries after the death of the husband, she will have a right in the properties of her husband, whatever has been devolved upon her as per the Hindu Succession Act. Thank you very much.